Hi everyone, another day, another share with Phyllis. That's me from Mad Moody Quilting Fabrics. Couple of, more than a couple, about 3 or 4 videos back, I showed you some new products that came in, and some of them were the Creative Grid rulers. And I have been slowly showing what they look like and how to use them. So I did the 6-inch Crazy rulers. I've done the cat's cradle ruler, and I'm working on a pattern so you can have a pattern to use with that. There is suggestions and stuff like that on the instructions for the cat's cradle, but I am designing and writing a pattern for that. I don't know when it will be done. I'm hoping that I'll get to it soon. So the next one was the Crazy 8, the Crazy 8-inch block. And in this package you have your templates A to E, and you have a pattern, a free pattern, and you have all the instructions on how to physically use these rulers. Also, just like the other one I showed you, which was the 6-inch, I think it was the 6-inch Scrap Crazy, I think it was called, that I showed you earlier. This one, the Crazy 8 one, comes with its companion book, and in this book you have quite a few projects and suggestions, and I'm sure once you have done a couple of these in the book, or even the free pattern on the back, you might have some other ideas that will give you some kind of moments of ideas and stuff. So I will probably dive deeper into this book in a future email, in a future video. But in the meantime, I just want to show you how these blocks work. And so we have our A, our B, our C, D, and E. And what is fun is that you can stack several squares up and cut a whole bunch of squares in total. So if you wanted to do this layout, which is this one right here, if you wanted to do all your blocks with the same layout and then just tweak them and play with them to get secondary patterns happening, you can choose your blocks. You can do it very, very scrappy, and each block that you need to complete the size quilt that you want, you know that they'll finish at 8 inches, and then you can do a drawing and decide that you need 8 across and 9 or 10 down or whatever, and then do the math on how many blocks that is. And you would need a fat quarter or one different fabric for each block that you want to make. You're not sewing the pieces back together, you are going to mix them. So you can stack your squares and then cut out multiples at the same time, and then just mix them up so they all fall in different places within the block. Okay, so that makes it very easy. If you want to have it where you have more like this, the E is all one fabric, and this is all another fabric, and this is, and you keep the blocks all the same, and then you end up having some kind of pattern happening because you've kept your fabrics not scrappy, like every one different, or every block with different fabrics, but you have excuse me, you have something more more controlled. So you can really play with these rulers. So I'm going to show you quickly what to do. This is an 11-inch block. I tried doing it on the 10. I found up here with these 3 across, the 10-inch square was just a tad too tight. These were almost like, these were basically touching, and I only had like a little bit on the side. So I decided to move up to an 11-inch square. So this is 11 by 11-inch square of fabric. I probably could have gotten away with doing it at 10.5. So that's just so you have some extra room to play with. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to divide this side and this side. And I'm just going to rough cut this down the center between the rulers. And then I'm going to just move this out of the way. And I'm going to start cutting this one. And these are skid free, which really makes it lovely to cut, because the ruler doesn't, I don't think I went far enough here. No, I did not. There we go. Oops. This is why I like extra, just in case something moves. So there's the first piece. I'm just gonna, I'll pop it here for now to get it off the board so it's out of my way. And then I'm gonna start cutting the next one. I love this turning. It takes a getting used to, but it does make a big difference in cutting around your pieces. And the skid free, all creative grids have a little bit of a skid free thing side, and it does work. I was very impressed of how much it does hold. So if you don't have the strength in your hands or in your upper body to hold a ruler, and you find that rulers are skidding, you could get a creative grid and solve that problem. So that one's cut. Now I'm just going to bring this down into the center, and I'm going to go ahead and cut this one out now. Now I'm not going to rough cut. I'm going to cut right on the edge. I'm using a tiny rotary cutter because these cuts are quite small. And oops, there we go. And then this little one here. And I'm just going to make sure, there we go. This one's cut. So that one, A, is done. And now I'm going to go ahead and cut B. And then that's it. So this one is all cut. I don't think I cut this. If I did, there we go. So that's all cut. B is done. And now we have C left to do. Oopity. This one moved on me. Yeah, it did. There we go. Good enough. And there is C. Okay. So I'm just going to place these back. Okay, so that's, there's C. There is B. and this is A, and this is, here, hold on. Okay, and then this will be, not sure anymore, goes like this. E, and this is D. Okay, now you notice that you've cut off corners. They help. So if I want to sew these two together, this side here lines up flat, and this side here lines up against this edge, and then you just sew your 1/4 inch. So these are great rulers. They're fun. I'm looking forward to playing with these and coming up with ideas and stuff. But in the meantime, you have the companion book to go with the rulers, and in the package you have a free pattern that is in the pattern, and it's just the basic. I call this the basic. So you're just cutting stacks of fabric and then, you know, changing them out so the block will have different fabrics in each of the places, and then the next one you would change out again, and so forth. So very, very easy. I hope this gives you some ideas, and you will find these items linked down below to my website. And happy quilting. Bye.